Hi guys, so I'm going to be filming my July monthly favorites. I only have a few favorites this month, but I did want to film this and get it out there because I do enjoy sharing my favorites with you guys. It gives me a chance to talk about things that I don't usually talk about. I just really wanted to make this a video to go ahead and just express the things that I enjoyed throughout the month of July this year. Okay, before we get into the video, I do want to give a quick shout out to my Depop page. If you guys follow me on Depop, I am listing a bunch of things daily, trying to get some extra money flowing in. So I'm selling some items on my Depop. I'm fairly reasonable. I usually negotiate pretty well, and I ship fairly quickly. I have a 5-star 100% feedback rating on Depop, and I've sold over 70 items, so I must not be terrible, but my Depop is in the description. Go ahead, follow me, shoot me a message. I love bundling, I love throwing in freebies for you guys, and I love just working with you. The next thing I want to do is, of course, give a shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for helping the channel. You guys help fund the CDs that I buy. You guys help fund light bulbs for my lighting. You help fund SD cards, and it just means a lot. A little goes a really long way, and I genuinely appreciate it. I'm sorry that I'm terrible with my reward system, but I am on track with my postcards and my rewards getting mailed out to you guys. I have it all written down now as to if you're supposed to get them monthly, bi-monthly, or seasonal, and I have your addresses all recorded, so it should be super easy for me to just check after, you know, the 3rd of every month after I get my payment and everything to go ahead and mail out your rewards. So thank you for your support. If you guys are not a Patreon and are interested in becoming a Patreon, and they start off at simply just $1, if you want to help your girl out, a little goes a long way. The link is in the description to my videos all the time, and of course names are displayed in the description, and credit to all my current Patreons. You guys mean a lot to me. Alright, so let's go ahead and now get into the video. That's enough for the intro. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is, obviously has to be a monthly favorite, even though it came out at the end of the month, The Search by NF. This album is absolutely insane. First off, I did not think that it was going to be 18 tracks. I think it's 18 tracks. I didn't expect it to be that long. I honestly had no idea. Now, if he's released track listings or like the number of tracks, or if any of that stuff got leaked, I try not to pay attention to that because I like to go into the stuff open-minded. So usually I don't really pay attention to artists like leaking stuff aside from like singles and everything. I did react to all the singles on this album. I'm sure you guys already watched them, but if you didn't, go ahead and check them out. But honestly, if I have to say what my favorites are now that I've actually listened to the album in full more than once, Change, My Stress, that one always gets stuck in my head. Like, I'll be singing like My Stress, but when Change comes in the car, like, I crank it up. Drama is so freaking emotional. Like, Trauma's tough. But anyway, definitely favorites are Change, My Stress, Hate Myself, and Trauma. So My Stress is one that always gets stuck in my head, and then I always find myself like really getting like jamming out to Change in the car, and then Hate Myself and Trauma I just always find myself singing along to. So those are definitely my favorites off of the album for now, but I don't think there's one song. Okay, actually there is one song. There's one song that if I wished wasn't on the album, it would be Only, and the only reason is because of the effect that they put on his voice, or if it's a kid, I'm pretty sure it's his voice with an effect on it, or someone's voice that they put like a really like fake kid effect on. I can't listen to it. Like, I just cannot. I am that type of person that if there's any type of like auto-tune or like audio effect on a vocal that I don't like, it ruins the entire song for me. Please do not hate me or disown me, but honestly, this is great because this is the first record that I've listened to this year where I've only disliked one song. So far, this is like the winner of the year right now. The next thing I want to talk about is also in the music realm, and it is my boy Token. I have never ever talked about this guy on my channel, and I just, you know, at this point it's too late. I'm always too late. Token I discovered on Twitter when his song, Even My Mom Would Agree, started to get retweeted and like used in like memes and stuff, or like people were just saying like this guy needs more attention, yada yada yada. I started to listen to him then, and then he dropped Run It, and this guy's really gonna blow up like soon, like especially after his song that's in the movie. Yeah, he's gonna blow up real quick here. He needs to. He's so good. If you guys haven't listened to him, please go ahead and check him out. And also, if you guys are ever curious as to what I'm listening to, my playlist is obviously available for you guys to access since it is a YouTube playlist because I use YouTube Music. It is simply called Music. It's on my channel. It's in my playlist. Go through it. Those are all the songs that are in my music playlist. I add to it as often as I can. Look at my playlist. I'll link it down below if you guys are curious. You guys can scroll through there and listen to what I listen to on a daily basis. The next monthly favorite is a Switch game that I picked up for $10 at GameStop. This game was finally on sale. I wanted this when it first came out and I just could not comprehend paying the full $50 or $60 for this game, but I did want it really bad. It was part of one of their sales recently within the month of July, and it ended up only being $10, and I got the last copy that they had, and that is Sushi Striker, The Way of the Sushido. This game is so freaking fun. I loved playing like Diner Dash and everything on my phone, and I grew up playing it on the computer and just like doing that hack so that way the trial like wouldn't end. And this game just reminded me of like Diner Dash, seeing the food on the plates and everything, and like Cooking Mama, and it just seemed really fun, fast-paced, kind of like competitive, and very story-based. So I really just wanted to play it and give it a chance, and I finally got to pick it up for $10, and I well think it exceeds the $10 mark. I do not think it's worth what the original retail price was, but for $10 you can't beat it, and this was brand new. And the cut scenes, like the story scenes, are like a full-blown animation, and it's so crisp, so clean, like a cartoon, like an anime. It's so good, and depending on which character you play, determines the cutscenes that you get. 10 out of 10 will recommend if you can get it for under like 20 bucks. Definitely pick it up. And the last monthly favorite that I have for you guys is a TV show that I've been watching over halfway done with, and I only started it like a week ago, is Gravity Falls. I never got to get into the show because I just didn't watch Disney XD at my grandma's house. I never grew up on cable, but everything that I watched that was on cable would be at my grandma's house. And she's passed away, so I haven't had cable in a long time. But I used to watch other shows at her house, but I never got to watch Disney XD because she didn't have Disney XD in her, like, bundle. It popped up on Hulu and I was like, I have nothing to watch, why don't I give it a try? And it is just so cute, it's so good. It's got really amazing voice actors in it. Like, it had Morty guest star in it from Rick and Morty, the voice actor for him. And of course Mabel is the same exact voice actress that does, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name now. Bob's Burgers is my favorite show. There's Tina. Oh my god, what's her name? Louise! Why I couldn't think of her name. Bob's Burgers is like my favorite show. Louise is the same one that does Mabel, and it honestly warms my heart so much since there's no new like Bob's Burgers added to Hulu, so I'm just like vicariously living through Mabel right now. But all the characters, Mabel, Dipper, Uncle Stan, Seuss, to Waddles the pig, are just so diverse and very story driven, very like character development heavy. I love how this cartoon or animation has like a continued story. It's not just like a random episode or like a random theme for each episode. Like, it's genuinely one big like movie, and it's just really good. If you have not watched it, highly recommend it. And if you have watched it, I'm sorry that I'm late to the party. I'm late to everything. So those are my monthly favorites for July. Please let me know in the comments down below some things that you enjoyed throughout the month of July, and hopefully I will be back at the end of August to discuss my August favorites. Until then, I love you, and I'll see you again soon in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scouts.